What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Rob's Reviews here for another review. Today we're taking a look at the Justice Judge by Virtual Toys. Now, if it's your first time on the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can keep up to date with the latest videos coming out on my channel. Now, I purchased this guy off a fella called William Wang. He sells all bunch of 1/6 scales. You can check him out on Facebook. I will leave his details below. Great guy to deal with. No problems at all with the delivery. It was packaged well. Like I said, great person to deal with. Now, as you can see, is the packaging in front of us. It's pretty simple. It doesn't even have any credits on the back on who the artist was that created this this figure, or the head sculpt, who was the artist that actually painted it and all that sort of stuff. It's very basic. It just has the warnings on the back. On the side there you saw, it just says Justice Judge. Now, the reason why it's called Justice Judge is because they don't have the rights to call it Judge Dredd, but it does have, as you can see there, a picture of Judge Dredd on the front there, and it also has, as you can see, it's spinning around. It says there on the bottom, "I am the law," and it's finished off in a nice blue color scheme. And that's basically the packaging. Very simple. It's actually a slide off cover there, which will then reveal a clear see-through cover which shows you the figure, and that's basically it. So what I'll do now is I'll go ahead and take all the accessories out so you can see what he comes with. So here are the accessories that you get with Dredd, and as you can see, you don't get a lot. That is one of the disappointments with this figure, is that you basically don't get too many accessories. You get a spare interchangeable hand. It's got two pointing fingers. You get his gun. Nothing works on it. It's just what you see is what you get. There's no weathering on it. It's pretty basic. You get his armor plate, shoulder armor plate, whatever you want to call it. I really like the detail in this. When it's on the figure, it really pops. I like the detail in the badge. Yeah, it's really nice, painted really nice. You get two head sculpts. So this is the Stallone one. Now it looks pretty good. I just found it looked a little funny on the figure, but I think they've done a pretty good job. You can clearly see Stallone in that head sculpt. They've got the, you can see he's got the blue eyes there like he did in the film. So really good. And then of course you get the head sculpt with his helmet on. I really like this one. This is the one that I'll basically be displaying on the figure most of the time. And you can see, try and see if you can see there, you can just see his eyes underneath. There you go. So they've done a really cool job with that. I like the expression on the face, on the mouth. And then you get a stand, which is beautiful. I like the logo on there, the eagle on the front. It's really nice. And that's basically it. Okay, so before we get into the movement with this guy, I'll just show you the actual details in the actual suit. You can see the detail on the belt. The one thing I hate about this figure is the gun holster. You can see there, that's quite terrible. I don't know why they didn't go with something a little bit better than that, but that's what we've got with this figure. And the body, I don't know, something about the body just looks a little funny. Yeah, I don't know. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. So let's get into the movement. So the boots being solid, you don't get any ankle roll. The knees do bend nicely. The legs can move pretty decent, so you can get, going forward you get that much. But the only problem is back, you don't get any. You can do the splits, you get quite a bit of movement in the chest area, so you can do ab crunches and all that. His arms only go out to about there, forward to about there, back to about there, and then you can bend the elbow quite nicely. Doesn't have any bicep curl, and his hands move a little bit, but it's a little bit restricted from the gauntlet. His neck does move quite nicely, and the head can rotate around quite easily, and that's all the movement you get with him. So there he is there on the rotating stand, and I've got him with his helmet off, which caused some dramas, like I said, in the comic world where Judge Dredd doesn't take his helmet off. And when I first took this guy out of the packaging, I did have concerns that the head was a little bit too small, but now that I'm looking at it again, I think it's done quite nicely with the body. So it looks pretty cool there. Like I said, the only downer is the lack of interchangeable hands and accessories, and that gun holster, as you can see there, looks a little terrible. But I must say, the more and more I look at this head sculpt, I think Virtual Toys have done an excellent job with that head sculpt. You can clearly see Stallone in that head sculpt, and I think it's done quite nicely. I like all the detail on the forehead there. The paint application's done quite nicely. The hair as well, it's painted quite nicely, so they've done a pretty good job. So what I'll do now is I'll assemble him with his helmet and chest armor, shoulder armor, so that way you can see what he looks like with that on. So there he is there, all dressed up in his armor. He's got his helmet on, he's ready to do some battle, kick some ass, take down the bad guys, and doesn't he just look amazing? I think it really, really pops. I like that chest piece there, the gold on it, the helmet looks really cool, that the facial expression on his mouth there. I really am digging this figure. There's not much else I can really say about it. Like I mentioned before, a little bit of a downer is that gun holster and the lack of accessories. But overall, it's a beautiful piece, and I'm really happy I have it in my collection. Well, that wraps up this review, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I'll catch you next time on the channel, and as always, take care.